Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. This one is going to be all about the Fara, the best class. I think it's actually one of the best weapons for Season 4 that you guys should be using. I had this class built in Season 3 and I was waiting to release the video, but obviously they adjust certain attachments for new seasons and I thought I might as well wait. I don't want to tell you guys something is good and then it turns out to be shit, but honestly this got even better than it was in Season 3. From the clips on screen you can see it shreds armor very quick. It does have a tiny bit of vertical recoil. It does bounce up a tiny bit. That's about it. Virtually no horizontal recoil at all. Handles range extremely well. And here is the class setup. I'm not one to show you a big long gameplay and make you wait for the custom class, but I would appreciate if you did drop a like if you do go on to use this class, and do subscribe if you want to see more weapon loadouts like this one. So starting off with a blank slate, the Fara 83, we're going to kick it off with the muzzle. Now there is a couple of options that you can use for the muzzle, and what you actually want to use is the standard suppressor. A lot of people go for the G or U suppressor, but it was kind of nerfed and adjusted last season, so the suppressor actually does outweigh it. Now the way I do these weapon loadouts is I kind of give an attachment before this one, just so when you're unlocking it, you can actually kind of still have an OP class loadout. You would go with either the muzzle brake or the flash guard, either one really. More than likely the flash guard just for the vertical recoil control and the aim and stability, but the reason we're taking the suppressor is the aim down sight speed and the bullet velocity, as well as the sprint to fire speed. We make up then for the loss in recoil control by using the barrel. The 18.1 takedown is what we're going to be using, and it also makes up for the loss in effective damage range by choosing the suppressor. If you don't have that unlocked, use the 17.5 for the time being. It has a couple of cons, and that's another reason why we don't use the Spetsnaz or PK barrel, because it also does have a lot of cons and we want to keep this recoil free as much as possible. We are not going to be using a laser on this weapon, but we are going to be using an optic. Now, obviously, a lot of people have different opinions on optic. I think the most solid, though, for medium to long range is the axial arms 3x scope. Now, you can customize the reticle on that. I have a blue one, as you've seen in the intro clips. And yeah, moving on then to the under barrel. And for this, there's a couple of options, but the one that we are going to be using is going to be the Spetsnaz grip, mainly for, once again, the recoil control. This weapon has a high damage rate and a high fire rate as it is, and we kind of buff that already. We want to keep the recoil as stable as possible. You almost want to make it like a Grau from the original meta, when Graus were really popular for medium to long range. That's kind of what this gun feels like. And then, of course, if you don't have the Spetsnaz grip unlocked, use the foregrip. It just has horizontal recoil control. And of course, we're playing Warzone, so it's going to be the Spetsnaz 60 round mags, plenty of bullets, so we can take on 2 or 3 enemies at once. Of course, you can use the 45 round mags to kick things off if you're a lower level on this weapon. And that is pretty much the weapon. It is a beast. As I mentioned at the start of the video, after about 10 or 15 bullets, there is kind of a kick up on the recoil. Once you pull that down, you're back on track. That is the only recoil experience you're going to have with this weapon, even at long range. It's pretty solid for the first 10 to 15 bullets. And if you're substituting a lot for horizontal recoil control, when some of them do have the vertical recoil control perk, it's going to be a bit more, but horizontally, there isn't recoil at all. This weapon is so solid, it's so fun to use. I picked up 4 wins in the new Verdansk Resurgence mini mode yesterday, just using this with the Mac 10. Obviously, I'm using this for medium to long range, the Mac 10 for short range close combat. It's just, honestly, it's unreal. It really feels like the Grau from the original meta a good few seasons ago when Modern Warfare was still in season. It's kind of when a lot of us fell in love with Warzone. But that is pretty much the video. I like to keep these short and to the point. I know you guys are coming onto YouTube and just looking for these guides and you want to get right back into the game. But if you're still around, make sure you like, subscribe. I wish you best of luck in all your games, and I hope you're having fun in Season 4 in Warzone. Without further ado, I am going to leave the video here. Peace out, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in another video very soon.